Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Elise if you are new, and if you are not new, then of course welcome back to my channel. I recently did an e.l.f. Cosmetics haul, and I asked you guys in that video if you guys would be interested in a full face first impression using all of the products that I picked up from that haul. And actually, to my surprise, a lot of you guys came back and said yes, we would love to see you trying on all the products. Yes, we want to see your opinions on all the things that you purchased. So of course your girl is here today to do exactly that. Yeah guys, I got a couple goodies that I want to test out and I'm really excited for. So anyways you guys, let's go ahead and jump into my full face makeup tutorial using all e.l.f. Cosmetics products. So the very first thing that I'm going to be going in with is brow products, because that is usually the very first step that I do when it comes to my makeup anyways, besides moisturizer and all that obviously. But yes, brows is definitely a first for me. I'm definitely in that phase in life where I like to do my brows first. Maybe a few years from now I'm gonna be looking at myself like, girl, why the hell were you doing your brows before anything else? But you know what, right now I'm in a really good place right now. Okay, so I really like to do my brows first. That's what I'm going to start with. So of course I'm going to jump into the products that I picked up from e.l.f. So these are e.l.f. brow pencils. One is in the shade Deep Brown and the other one is in the shade Neutral Brown. But first, coffee. Salud. I like that it has a spoolie. I really don't understand brow pencil products that don't have spoolies on the other side. Like, girl, what are you doing? Get your life together. Every brow pencil needs to have a spoolie. It is 2019, you guys. We need spoolies on the other end of our brow products. It doesn't bring you a whole lot of products, but then again, it is only $3. So, I mean, you really can't sit here and expect everything and more. As you can see, you guys, this is the lighter one. This is Neutral Brown, which is a little bit more on the warmer side. And then here we have Deep Brown, which even though it looks black in the packaging right here, it's definitely a deeper brown and it's a little bit more ashy than the Neutral Brown. So going with Neutral Brown first. This is going on so good. It's applying the right amount of product. It's not applying too much. It's not applying too little. I really like this. Alright guys, so now that my brows are on, I think I've come to a final verdict on how I feel about the brow pencils. I really like them, especially for the price. Do not get me wrong. However, I will say that they do become a little bit tricky to work with because the more you apply it. Now, this was literally my first time using them, and I already feel like the second time that I use this is going to be really, really difficult because they dull out extremely quick. It has gotten a lot rounder, and that makes it extremely difficult to work with a brow product because the rounder it is, the harder it is to get into your sparse areas and really fill in and define your brow. I think the packaging is great. I think the formula is great. However, I don't necessarily like the fact that it dulls out so quickly. So I went ahead and I cleaned up my brows as well with my favorite 16-hour e.l.f. Camo concealer in the shade Medium Beige. If y'all watch my videos, you already know how I feel about this. I love this so much. So I use this to clean up my brows. I'm going to take a little bit more now, and I'm just going to prime my eyelids. To set the concealer and primer in place, I'm going to use the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder in the shade Light Medium. Before I go any further, I'm just going to exfoliate my lips really quickly because that way they'll be nice and prepped before I go in with any lip product. So I'll be taking the e.l.f. Lip Exfoliator in the Brown Sugar kind. I'm just going to put this on my lips to kill any dead skin cells and make sure they are nice and crust free because we ain't got no time for no crusty lips. So I'm just going to leave that on and move back into my eyes. So I'm going to be taking the Rose Gold Sunset palette. So I'm probably just going to point and put some music through this part and just show you guys what I'm going to be doing on my eyes. So this is pretty much the eye that I'm going to be wearing today. I wanted to do something copper, but still something really simple. You guys know I like to keep it very simple around here. These are the e.l.f. multi-dimensional lashes for full volume and length in the Luxe or Luxe Lash Kit Winged and Bold. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm going to pop these on really quickly. Alright guys, so now that the lashes are on, I'm going to move on to the rest of my face makeup. Now I actually did not buy a primer for my e.l.f. Cosmetics haul that I showed you guys, but I happen to have an e.l.f. primer. I'm going to be using this today. This is the Hydrating Face Primer. I'll be honest with you guys, it's not my favorite primer. I do not reach for this often. The reason I don't really like it is just because I feel like it doesn't really do much of anything for my oily skin. I feel like if anything, it just makes it oilier. This would definitely work better for somebody with more dry to normal skin. Since my skin is oily combo, I feel like this primer does nothing for me. I'm grabbing the e.l.f. sponge, which I already went ahead and I wet. I had a few of you guys telling me that this is a really, really good sponge, and it definitely feels like something I'm going to love. So I'm going to go ahead and use this with the foundation. Using the Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Sand. It says here this is a light medium with neutral undertones. A little bit of this. Oh, it might be a little bit too light for me. This is a little bit too light for me, so I definitely have to find a darker shade. But it's the only one I got, so I got to make it work. Definitely more of like my winter shade, but since I have a little bit of color on me from all the lake festivities from 4th of July and all that, it's definitely a little bit too light right now. I really, really, really like this sponge though. It's doing a great job distributing the product. It's not stiff at all. It's bouncy enough. It feels really, really good. I'm going to go in with a Camo concealer again to conceal my under eyes, my chin area, my nose, and all that good stuff. Truly, you guys, if you are looking for a good, affordable concealer, you have to, like, I truly mean that. Like, you have to cut the crap and go to Target and pick up a 16-hour concealer because these are so good. Full coverage, blendable, creamy, comfortable. I mean, you really can't go wrong, and they're $5. I mean, hello. You'd be crazy not to get one of these. So now to set the concealer in place, I'm going to use the Prime and Stay Finishing Powder again. I'll be taking the Primer Infused Bronzer in Forever Sunkissed, and I'm going to go very heavy-handed on this because I feel like Mama's looking a little bit pale, and we got to fix that real quick. On my cheeks, I hope it's not light because last time I swatched this, I thought it was a little bit light for my skin. You know what, it's a little light, but I think as long as I'm building it up enough, it might work. It definitely feels like it's going to be light when I started using it, but you can definitely build this up, so I really like that about this bronzer, and it's a really good shade as well because it's not too warm and it's not too cool, so I really, really like the bronzer. So before I move on to blush, what I'm going to do actually is run some of this copper shade on my lower lash line as well. I kind of want the whole copper situation all around my eyes and not just on the top lid. So I'm going to run some of this on my lower lash line. Okay guys, so now for blush, I'm going to be taking the Modern Metals palette, and I'm going to take, you know, I think I'm going to take a combination of these two shades right here just because they're very peachy and very pretty and definitely up my alley when it comes to blushes. Ah! I dropped it. Hello. For highlight, I'll be taking this shade right here, and I'm using the e.l.f. highlighter brush, which I also picked up from my recent haul. Let's see how this glows. Oh, okay. Got a little some. Not bad. Not bad at all. I really like the brush as well, just because it's very fluffy and it distributes the highlight really well. Sometimes I don't like when brushes like almost focus the highlight a little bit too much and it looks like literally a line right down the side of your cheek. Come through, e.l.f. I might have a new favorite highlighting brush. Ooh. Least. For lips, I'll be going in first with the e.l.f. matte lip color in the shade Natural. This looks almost like a thick lip liner. I'm not entirely sure what this is. It kind of reminds me of the ColourPop Lippy Sticks a little bit. Ooh, I don't really like this color. Not a fan of the color. It's like a weird pink. I don't really like it that much. Kind of like an ashy pink. Yeah, I'm not feeling that color at all, to be honest. And for the gloss, I'll be using the Plumping gloss in the shade Peach Bellini. I had somebody in my comments in my e.l.f. video telling me that even though that this one looks really, really light, actually it applies really, really nicely. So I'm excited to try it out. Oh, okay. I really like it. Although I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I hate the shade of that lip pencil. I'm actually gonna take this off. And I'm going to use a different lip pencil. And then I'm going to go over it with this lip gloss because I just cannot stand how ashy and weird that lip liner looks. Alright, so I'm going to try this again. It actually applies really, really sheer. I'm surprised, you guys, because I really thought that it would have a little bit more pigment. And if it had any more pigment, it would apply kind of like this shade. And honestly, I feel like these kind of shades don't really look that great on my lips, so I was a little bit afraid of this, but I'm not gonna lie, it applies so sheerly that it really doesn't bother me. It definitely has a little bit of a tingle, and it has some stick to it. Let me see if it gets any more tingly than this. I mean, I'm gonna wait a little bit, but I don't mind the tingle. I actually like it, but if you mind like the little tingly sensation that plumping glosses have, oh, you are not gonna like this. It's not uncomfortable. It's definitely wearable for me. I can absolutely tolerate it. I really like this gloss. It's very glossy. It has a nice stick to it, but it's not like super duper sticky either. I really, really like the gloss. Ooh, and I like this tingle. But of course, it's a plumping gloss, so it's supposed to do that because it's supposed to kind of bring some more blood to your lips to create the illusion of a more plumper lip. Thank you to the person who said that I should definitely try it and not rule it out. You are a real one because this is a really, really beautiful gloss, and I'm happy that I tried it out. All right, to seal this up, I don't even think this is a setting spray, to be honest. I think I had to use this in the beginning of the video, but I forgot to. So I'm using it now. This is the Hydrating Coconut Mist. Says here that it hydrates skin, refreshes makeup with hyaluronic acid and with vitamin E. So I'm a stickler for the way things spray. So I'm interested to see if this sprays harshly or if it has a nice mist. Ooh. Definitely a little bit strong. Ooh. Okay. I'm looking very moist right now. Okay, so it does have a pretty strong mister. It definitely distributes a whole ton of product. I mean, you guys see with 3 sprays, my face is soaked, honey, but it didn't move my makeup. It didn't do anything weird. It definitely felt very refreshing, and I definitely smell the coconuts. I'm gonna let this sit for a little bit, and then I'll be right back to finish up the video. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap up this video. So standout products that I wanted to mention to you guys because I just feel like they have to be talked about. Definitely the sponge. You guys, this sponge is so freaking good. I'm definitely really excited. I have to buy a couple more of these because this is so good. I didn't know e.l.f. had it like that. And then the next thing that I was really shockingly surprised that I loved is the Plumping gloss. I'm really shocked, and I wanted to mention this because I truly did not think that I would like this gloss. I'm not super huge for plumping glosses just because they just sting so much to the point where I just don't like them. But this one I feel like is perfect because it does have a little bit of a sting in the beginning, but like the longer that you wear it, the more that it dies down. I also love the shine. I love me a nice glossy gloss, and this is also really super affordable as well, so I love it. You guys know this is a favorite. The concealer is definitely A1. You guys have to pick up the Camo concealer if you have not tried it yet. I really like the way that the foundation applied as well. My skin is definitely in check. Another thing that I really can't go without talking about is this highlighting and blush palette. I really love this as well. The blush is super pigmented, and as you guys can see, I mean, can we see that glow, you guys? It is beautiful. I absolutely love this as well. And honestly, I think those were my standout products. I have mixed emotions about the brow pencil just because I don't like the fact that it dulls out so quickly. If I'm going to be using a brow product that I could rely on, I need it to keep its shape for at least longer than the first use. And the fact that this didn't, it dulled out after the first brow. It didn't even let me make it to the second brow. It was already like dull and round looking. I don't necessarily love that about these. And you guys, last but not least, something else that I wasn't crazy about and I didn't like and I'll probably never use again is the matte lip color. Wasn't crazy about this. I really didn't like the shade. This natural shade definitely looks very ashy. This is not my kind of pink. It's almost like an ashy grayish type of pink. It's not a good look. So honestly, unless they have more shades of this, I won't be using this anymore. And you guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you had a good time kicking it with me today. I'm sorry if this video was on a longer side, but of course we had a lot to cover, okay? This was a full face video, so of course we had to do a full face and I had to talk a lot, okay? So yeah, you guys, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And if you are a real one, hit the little notification bell so you never ever miss and upload for me, because that way you will always be notified when your girl is posting the good goods, okay? Because you don't want to miss out on that stuff. It's very important, okay? Just don't miss out on the good content. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.